Velkommen til Norge!
Welcome to Norway! Now we're gonna show you a movie about Høyanger and our country.
Please pay attention
And enjoy the movie!
Norway is located in the northern part of Europe, and our neighboring countries is Sweden, Denmark, Finland and Russia. Here is Høyanger, where we are right now. Norway is a long country with fjords, high mountains and a long coastline. Norway has a population of 5 million people and has a democratic government that means the majority decides. Norway is divided into 19 counties and Sogn og Fjordane is one of them, which we are in right now. The capital of Norway is Oslo.
Oslo is the largest city in Norway, with a population around 600,000 people. In Oslo there are a lot of attractions. Maybe you have heard about Holmenkollen. It is a famous ski jump arena. We also find Aker Brygge, Sinnataggen, Karl Johan Street and Frognerparken, all famous attractions in Oslo. We are also proud of our monarchy with our King Harald and Queen Sonja. The castle of the Norwegian monarchs is located in the end of the Karl Johan Street. Other attractions is the Opera House, the Parliament House, statue called Monolitten, and the fortress Akershus Festning.
The second largest city in Norway is Bergen, which is located only 3 hours from Høyanger. Here we have a famous Bryggen, which is the biggest attraction in the city. Fløyen is also an attraction. If the weather is good, you can see Bergen from the top. In the middle of the city is a market, where you can buy fish, homemade sweaters and other Norwegian souvenirs. There is a museum of Edvard Grieg's home. He was a famous composer and he made the song we played in the beginning of the movie.
The last city we are going to talk about is Trondheim, the third largest city in Norway. Trondheim is a city north in Norway. Maybe the most famous about this city is Nidarosdomen, a historical church built in between 1070 to 1300.
Now we're going to rewind the time back and talk a little bit about the Vikings. Norway is known for the Vikings. They lived from 8th to the middle of 11th century. But where do they actually live? The Vikings lived at farms, very often with other families. The men traveled around in wide areas of Europe, Asia and the North Atlantic islands. They pillaged places, raped, stole, and sometimes they brought slaves back at home and burned down their houses. The reason why we know so much about them is because archaeologists have found many objects from this period.
The 17th of May in Eidsvoll 1814, Norway got their own constitution after a long period being ruled by Sweden. And today we are celebrating this day every year. This is a very big day in Norway, and people in all ages celebrate out in the streets, eating hot dog and ice cream. Most girls and some boys are wearing our national costume on this day, called bunad. The dresses are different depending on where you live. On this picture, Kristin is wearing Hardanger bunad, and Ina and Bodil are wearing Sogn bunad. We have also many other types depending on where you live in the country. Our national song was written by Bjørnstjerne Bjørnson.
In Norway, it's a tradition to celebrate that we had finished high school. This happens in May. We call it russefeiring. We are dressed up in clothes in different colors depending which education line we choose. When we are russ, we party a lot, make own personal cars, and travel to different events to party with other people from all over the country. We also do embarrassing things, for example propose to someone random on the street. Now we're going to talk about Norwegian culture. You may have heard about the famous picture Skrik. It was painted by Edvard Munch. Other famous paintings from Norway is Brudeferd i Høyanger and Pikene på broen.
We also have some famous artists from Norway. a-ha is a group known for the songs which got very popular in the 1980s. Maybe you have heard about Take On Me. And then we have Alexander Rybak, the winner of Eurovision Song Contest in 2009 with the song Fairy Tale. Madcon is also a Norwegian group with some popular songs. Alf Prøysen is also a famous musician from Norway and wrote many songs for children. We also have a very popular writer named Jo Nesbø. And then we have sport. You may know that we have a lot of snow in Norway, and we have an expression about the Norwegians. We are born with ski on our feet. We have some really good skiers like Petter Northug, Marit Bjørgen, Therese Johaug, Ole Einar Bjørndalen and Tora Berger. Our handball team is also very good and have won a lot of medals in the Olympics, European champion and the world champion. Cecilie Brækhus from Bergen is the best woman boxer in the world.
Hello! Hello! And now we are going to buy some Norwegian food. Freia melkesjokolade.
Cinnamon.
Jonas. Grandiosa. Fisk. Kjøttkake. Og raspeboller. Solo. Nugatti. Makrell i tomat.
Grøt.
Quick lunch.
In Norway, everybody knows what a fairy tale is. Thanks to Asbjørnsen og Moe, we have a long fairy tale history. Asbjørnsen og Moe was two guys who traveled around in Norway and collected fairy tales. Some of the most famous fairy tale is Per, Pål og Espen Askeladden and De tre bukkene Bruse, meaning the three billy goats gruff in English. Some characteristics of a fairy tale is number 3, 7 and 12. In the beginning of every fairy tale, it starts with once upon a time and ends with they lived happy ever after.
Now we are going to talk about Høyanger. It is a small town with a population around 2,000 people. Some important industry and business is Hydro, Eras, Per og Øren, Biss and our stores. We also have a really good sports arena in Høyanger, with football fields, swimming pool, volleyball court and an indoor sport arena. Beside our swimming pool, we have a statue of Tel Teigen. Tel Teigen was an acrobat from Høyanger who was known for his spectacular stunts. He could, for example, balance on many chairs on his hands with no security. In Høyanger we also have a beautiful park called Parken and a street called Klaumanns Allé. There is also made a song about this street. And then we have the mountains, which is an attraction itself, no matter what season it is. And we also have one of the steepest downhill skiing in Norway.
This is the stairs called trappene.
There is 1,268 steps and it was built in 1916. Every year there is arranged a competition in the stairs, and the best time up the stairs so far is 7 minutes and 53 seconds.
Ja, en som ikke som alle andre. Han har sekk og lue på, pusser skoene når han drar. Det gjelder å se bra ut når han skal vandre. En mann som alltid tar videre sin arv. En mann med humor og sjarm. Sving ditt glass, gamle venn, Ola Nordmann. Han har